ask me why. Same dog bite you a morning. Don't you know him we bite you a evening? I said the same dog bite you a morning. Lord mercy, him we bite you a evening. I said the same dog bite you a morning. Lord of mercy, him we bite you a evening. I tell you said the same dog bite you a morning. Lord of mercy, him we bite you a evening. I don't want a girl who will love me for vanity. Cause a love like yours will run my money bankrupt, you see. Same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. I said the same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. I said the same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. I said the same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. I don't got no sympathy, cause you've got none for me. Why you gonna tell me this, baby, that you love me so madly? Same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. I said the same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. Then you said the same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. I said the same dog bite you a morning. Lord of mercy.
Yes, indeed, on a Monday evening, Mr. P. 100 Tosh in the background. As we get ready to bring you the best reggae show.
Too much rats never dig a good hole.
On a Monday evening, Jamaican Explosion comes to you. How you doing this evening? Let's get it back from the top to the very last drop. On a Monday evening, Pastor Rob with you. Sounds of Mr. Andrew Tosh in the background.
Same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. I said the same dog bite you a morning. Lord of mercy, if we bite you a evening. I said the same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. Said I'm a once bitten, twice shy. So please don't ask me why. Once bitten, twice shy. So please don't ask me why. Anything I tell you always doubt me. But now you found out too late. You couldn't do without me. I said the same dog bite you a morning. Lord of mercy, if we bite you a evening. I said the same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. Tell us that the same dog bite you a morning. If we bite you a evening. I said the same dog bite you a morning. Lord of mercy, if we bite you a evening. I don't want to hear a word you say, cause I told you long before things would have worked out that way. Now you run into me with tears in your eyes. But one thing I've got to tell you, step back with your lies. Cause I'm once bitten, twice shy. So please don't ask me why. I'm once bitten, twice shy.
Sounds of Mr. Andrew Tosh in the background. He says once bitten, but twice shy. He tells that one, the same dog. And we expect Mr. Andrew to stop by here this evening and have a word with Pastor Rob and Jamaican Explosion. How you doing this evening, Atlanta? How you doing, Orlando? How you doing, Jamaica? Wherever you're tuning in from this evening, this is Pastor Rob, and this is a Jamaican Explosion coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Yours truly, Pastor Rob, on this Monday evening. A very pleasant good evening to you once again. Well, we got some very interesting things happening here on Jamaican Explosion this evening. I have Ambassador Ivani McCoy, who's going to be coming in here this evening, speaking to us from Redwood Primary School down in Jamaica. That she speak to us about the This is Jamaica competition that is going on down there in Jamaica and throughout the world. So we're expecting Miss McCoy to be along later on this evening, waiting for Mr. Andrew Tosh to show up here on the screens in a couple of minutes or so. So don't you go nowhere. This is Pastor Rob on a Monday evening. How was your weekend? Did you have a chance to go out and get a chance to visit some of the happenings around the Atlanta area? Were you down in the Orlando area, and were you able to see some of the festivities down there? This is once again, of course, a Jamaican Explosion, Pastor Rob with you all the way to 10 o'clock this evening. Of course, later on this evening, we're going to have representing the Strength Breed, Mr. Kabian Brown. And I just want to say big ups going out to Mr. Kabian this evening as he comes forth this evening with another rendition of the Strength Breed. How you doing once again on the Monday evening? Relaxing, enjoying the vibes here this evening. Okay. So we're going to continue with a little bit more sounds of courtesy of Mr. Andrew Tosh until he gets his way here in just a couple of minutes, okay? All right, so let's continue, right? That one was called The Same Dog. We're going to hear another one from Mr. Tosh called Too Much Rat. The festivity starts now with Pastor Rob on a Monday evening.
Too much rats, never dig a good hole. As a craven joke, Bobby and him lose him bone. I said too much rats, they never dig a good hole. I said craven joke, Bobby and him lose him bone. See them telling ourselves whole bag of lies. I see the summer coming down beyond the skies, and they are everywhere fighting for power. But artificial power won't only last for an hour. I said too much rats never dig a good hole. I said brave and stroke a puppy and them losing bone. Too much rats never dig a good hole. I said brave and stroke that big the puppy and them losing bone. I see them fighting to rule your children, and some are fight themselves to gain their soul. They are everywhere fighting for power. Artificial power won't last for an hour. Too much rats never dig a good hole. I said the brave and true got greedy puppy, him lose him bone. I said too much rats never dig a good hole. And the brave and true got greedy puppy, him lose him bone. Every day I said, oh blood I shed, and every day I said, two men are dead. I beseech you, stop playing them games. I said once it was game, but now you changed the name. Too much rats, never dig a good hole. I said brave and true, that greedy dog, him loses him bone. Tell you this too much rats, they never dig a good hole. I said brave and true, that greedy puppy and him loses him bone. Want to know this too much rats, never dig a good hole. And the brave and true that real dog, yes, it suits him. Don't you know that too much rats never dig a good hole? A brave and true that real puppy, it suits him. I said too much rats never dig a good hole. And the brave and true that real.
The sounds of none other than Mr. Andrew Tosh.
Too much rats never dig a good hole. As a craven Joe puppy and him lose him bone. I said too much rats, they never dig a good hole. I said craven Joe puppy and him lose him bone. See them telling ourselves whole bag of lies. I tell you summer coming down.
Guys, we wait for Mr. Tosh to come on right here. We just want to give you a little background on Mr. Andrew Tosh, the tall, slender third son and virtual carbon copy of reggae legend Peter Tosh, has been predicted to carry on the family's musical tradition since first gaining recognition with a powerful performance at his father's funeral in 1987. And Mr. Tosh has been doing it ever since. He's been delighting audiences across the world with his brilliant live sets and Grammy-nominated recordings, which, although influenced by his father, are very much his own brilliant style. So, born in June 19, 1967 in Kingston, Jamaica, Andrew and his father would sing songs together, not just Peter's militant compositions, but also pop classics by the likes of Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and Kenny Rogers. Andrew notes that Peter always knew I would do something in the music business, and he surely has. So he encouraged me to study piano cause he knew I loved it. From the start, it was inside me to sing and play instruments. We're going to work and get him on here, right here on Jamaican Explosion in a few minutes. I'm glad you could join us on this beautiful Monday evening. I want to say a very special shout out going out to the This is Jamaica crew, as we have Miss Ivani McCoy, educator with 35 years of dedicated service within the Jamaica school system, from the Redwood Primary, getting ready to come on here on Jamaican Explosion. Also this evening, we want to big up each and every one that will be in tune this evening. I encourage you to go online and join the chat right here. Turn the chat overlay on so you could join me in conversation here at Jamaican Explosion this evening. Okay, so welcome this evening to each and everyone out there this evening. I want to say a very special shout out to all the This is Jamaica crew and all the ambassadors who are on the working on the project of this year around. Pastor Rob here on a Monday evening as we continue on with another great hit from Mr. Andrew Tosh right here on Jamaica Explosion.
His words got to carry on, yeah. I'm the original man, straight from creation. I'm the original man. Want the world to understand I'm the original man. Straight from Peter to backbone, the original man. Want the whole wide world to know. No cocaine can make me change my father plan. No cocaine can make me bow to Babylon. Said no cocaine can make me change my father plan. No cocaine can make me bow to Babylon. I'm the original man. Straight from creation, I'm the original man. Yeah. Anything that you can do, I can do it better cause I'm the youngest. I said I'm the youngest. And I can do what you can't do. You never try to do what I do cause I'm the youngest. Stop from doing wrong. I said change your foolish plan. Stop from doing wrong. Why won't you live up like a man? I'm the youngest. Said I'm the youngest. Said I can do what you can do, but you would never try to do what I do cause I'm the youngest. I said I'm the toughest. Said I can do what you can do. You never tried to do what I do cause I'm the youngest. I said I'm the youngest. Now my brother, I said you got to be good. Why won't you do what you know you should? Yeah, yeah. Don't be bad-minded. I said take what's yours. And there will be, can't you see, I tell you, no fuss, no fight. Anything that you can do, I can do it better cause I'm the youngest. I said I'm the youngest. And I can do what you can't do. You never try to do what I do cause I'm the youngest. Anything that you can do, I can do it better cause I'm the youngest. I said I'm the youngest. And I can do what you can't do. You never try to do what I do cause I'm the youngest. Now my brother, I said you got to be good, yeah. Why won't you do what you know you should? Yeah, yeah. Said I'm the youngest. Don't you know that I'm the toughest? Yeah, I'm the youngest. Can't you see that I'm the toughest? Whoa, whoa. I'm the youngest. Don't you know that I'm the roughest? I said the toughest. Can't you see that I'm the youngest? Don't you know that I'm the tightest? I said that I'm the youngest. Yeah, yeah. I I can do it better cause I'm the youngest. I said I'm the youngest. And I can do what you can't do. You never tried to do what I do. Cause I'm the youngest.
I want to say welcome once again to Jamaican Explosion, and we seem to have a little problem getting Mr. Andrew online here, but we're just going to go to our next guest that we have up here, and she's already here, coming in all the way from Jamaica. We have Miss Yvonne McCoy, and very good friend of mine from Redwood Primary. Gonna stop by here to talk to us in just a little while here. Let me go ahead and bring her on the screens with us today, Miss Yvonne. Okay, there you go. How you doing?
I am doing great. How are you?
I am doing well this evening. Well. Yeah, seem to have a little problem getting in Mr. Andrew Tosh here and line, but we're just gonna have to just put him in the rear seat for now. And I'm glad that you are here with us this evening. Okay. Wow. It's been a while since I've seen you in Jamaica.
Oh yes, that was such an awesome moment. It was good to
Yes.
have you. And although I am not there per se, I know the kids will be glad to have you back.
Oh, yes, most definitely, most definitely. It was just, I say, a surreal time, surreal moment for me to come down to Jamaica and enter into a classroom here. You know, when you have left Jamaica for years and been to the United States and finished school in the United States, to go back home and just to see and experience the wonderful, talented youths that are in Jamaica. That was just, I'm telling you, and of course yourself, ambassador.
I am trying to get used to that term.
Okay.
Oh my word.
So, okay, you're still trying to get used to that term, huh?
Oh, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. You know, I learned from one of Mr. Grace's close friend,
Hmm.
that is Norma. And Norma said, once Peter touch you, you can't say no to him. You just have to say yes, yes, yes. And so I felt the touch and I accept with great humility.
Yes, indeed. And I must say that you have been in the educational business for many years, 35 years of dedicated
Yes.
service to the Jamaica school system.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
and spent many of those years at Redwood Primary.
All my 35 years, those
Yes.
35 years at Redwood Primary.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen a generation of four, actually four generation parents who I taught at the inception when I went there. I
Mm-hmm.
taught their children, the
Mm-hmm.
grandchildren, and the great grandchildren. I had the opportunity to interact with with four generation of parents, students, and so it's a really a pleasure. I feel so good to know that at least I was able to touch the lives of many generations in the education system.
Wow. And how did you come in contact with the This is Jamaica program? Or was it introduced to you?
Okay, it was during the pandemic 2020.
Mhm.
And while we were Was it 2020 or 2021? We were still, I think it was 2021, 2021. We were still on, we were still in the pandemic on online classes.
Mm-hmm.
And my senior teacher, Mr. George Stevenson, he is the cultural agent at the school. He called me and he said, Miss, I am trying to find a student who we can enter into this competition that I see on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I just don't know who to ask to do it. And I said, give me a second, sir. And then I remember a particular parent. I always see them on YouTube during the pandemic. They're doing all kind of little things to keep themselves, to keep the family together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said to him, sir, reach out to this parent who happened to be Marian and Marian Morgan. And he reached out to the mother and they did not hesitate. They said, yes, we will come on board. And I remember these were the exact words that she said to me. She said, Miss, we are going to make Redwood Primary great. People are going to know who and where Redwood Primary is. And to God be the glory. It happened just as we anticipated. Marian took it to a different level. The first year she was in top 10. Second year she crapped it. And the rest is history.
so, so to speak, huh? Uh,
Yes.
right. Um,
Yes.
I know that the faculty there at Redwood Primary had a great part to play in our success.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah, go ahead.
We we work together as a team. Whatever we are doing, we try to incorporate parents, students, teachers, because the fact is, if we didn't have the parents, then we wouldn't have the students. And if we didn't have the students, we wouldn't have a school. If we didn't
Mhm.
have the teachers, then we wouldn't have a school either. So we triangulate everything. So we have teachers, parents, and students, each one doing his or her path.
Okay, wow, wow, wow. Mm. And I so it's just a school wide uh, uh, coming together presentation. And Marion is not only the only student that you
No, no, no. We had Trina Moulton.
mm-hmm,
She was fourth last year. And
mm-hmm.
look out for her. She's coming back this year.
Okay, all right, all right.
Right. And we have Kyra, who is
Mm-hmm,
also, she did Strength to Breathe.
yeah.
And we have Chevelle coming up this year. And not to mention Marian's baby sister. She was only 2 when Marian did the poem. And she learned that. I was taken aback when I saw it
Okay.
because I could not believe that a 2-year-old could have learned a poem like that. And
Wow.
so look out for her. She's also in the competition this year. She's
Okay.
coming.
All right.
So we have a cadre of students who we know, who we have identified that these are their strong points.
Mm-hmm.
And we strongly believe that we don't only teach children the academics, we teach them skills because sometimes they are not that good at the academics, but the skill that they will learn will take them through life because this is Jamaica gives everyone an opportunity in different ways. They could maybe it could be videography, it could be editing, it could be anywhere in the performing arts that they can branch off to if they does not make it that much in the with the academics, and so we try to inculcate this in them. And one of the things that I strongly believe too is that our we must preserve our culture. It is dying rapidly with all this new technology. Don't get me wrong, technology is good because it's because of technology why I can sit here and looking at you and
Right, that's
talking to you. However,
mhm.
then we need to go back to the, them first time in the country where you sit down and your grandmother, your uncle or your auntie or somebody that tell you some nice stories and you listen and you are in awe. And when we have concerts, that in those days we used to talk about recitation.
Mhm.
When
Mhm.
children go and recite and the
That's right.
people would pay to take them down or to hear them again and stuff like that. We are fast losing that kind of togetherness. And
Mhm.
so we we are trying at Redwood Primary to continue this to make it so that the children can enjoy at every possible moment the cultural aspect and learn to appreciate it as best as possible. And also, I have a vision. The vision that I have is that to get the parents to go back to that kind of thing, because once the parents are grounded in it, believe in it, they will buy into it,
Mm.
and they will in turn try to pass on what the knowledge, the little that they know, that
Mhm.
onto the children. And so you keep it going, you keep it alive. And so being an ambassador, I know the job won't be an easy one, but I promise to do my best to get it up and going and to continue the trend that Miss Lou and Mass Run, and not leaving out Mass Run out of it, because I grew up on Miss Lou and Mass Run.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
When Miss Lou used to flatboard him. So guess what? We are I want to see that coming back where
Yes.
we can enjoy our culture. But if there's nobody to lead the way for them to follow, then it will surely die. And so I really appreciate Mr. Gracie doing what he's doing to keep Mr. Gracie and the team, the entire TIJ team, to keep this alive by spreading it right across Jamaica, and especially in the deep rural schools. Yes,
Mhm.
because a lot of time the rural schools don't get as much opportunities as the urban schools would have. Because
Mhm.
children living in Kingston and those places, they are always in the limelight. Their parents can afford to take them to the different places and so on. We have to, at school in the rural areas, we have to take these kids on field trips in order for them to experience some of Jamaica finest things. And so I really thank Mr. Gracie for giving me this opportunity to serve as an ambassador so that we can continue to keep our culture alive in the schools.
Okay. Miss McCoy, tell us a little bit about Redwood Primary itself, because the um, up there in St. Catherine, a lot of folks might not know about this little primary school here. Is it all age? Or I think it's primary.
Primary, primary.
Primary. And tell us a little bit about Redwood Primary School.
Okay. It is in Northeast St. Catherine.
Mm-hmm.
And for persons who may or may not know the geographical location, its closest town is Linstead, and two towns, Linstead, Geisel. So it
Mm-hmm.
is smack in the center. Some people may have heard about Devil's Race Course. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a turn before you go up the Devil's Race Course towards Geisel. That's where you will find us sitting on top of a little hill. It's very cool, can be a bit hot sometimes, but that's where you can find us. we have currently we have 139 students on roll with
Mhm.
7 teachers and a guidance counselor
Mhm.
there and the acting principal, Mr. George Stevenson. So Mr. George Stevenson is the cultural agent and now he's in the acting position as principal. So, more will be coming out of Redwood culture-wise.
Mhm.
And so over the years, we have had students doing very well. And we don't normally get what you would say the students who are performing up, way above their levels. We generally get the students who some parents even give up on them.
Mhm.
So we get them and we try to instill in them the value of education.
Wow.
And so we try to make in addition to the regular curriculum, we have the children participating in Bible quiz competition,
Mhm.
DA sports, any activity that can come up, 4-H,
Mhm.
and we have our JCDC competition. Last year was just a year of excellence for us at Redwood when it with our cultural items. We entered 4 pieces at the JCDC parish level, and
Mhm.
we got 2 golds, 1 silver, and a certificate of merit. The
Mhm.
2 golds went on to um, national level, and we crop gold. This is in the maypole dancing. First time ever trying maypole. We have
Okay.
always been doing the speech, but
Mhm.
last year, Mr. Stevenson tested the water and found that he was able to swim. Not only swim, but the children, they were so enthused. And let me tell you, the boys who were a part of the maypole dance
Yes.
group were
Mhm.
some of the boys who we were having challenge with, who just wouldn't, just not getting the book part of it, the
Mhm.
academic part of it. And let me tell you something. When they were introduced to the maypole, I could not believe that these are the same children who some of their parents even thinking about giving up on them.
Mm.
These were the same students who went out there and came out with the gold. And that's why I said that we don't just give them the academics. We have to introduce them to other things that somehow, somewhere, they say children can learn. Yes,
Yes.
they can learn, but they learn what they can learn. If you understand, some of them, they may not be able to learn the mathematics as we would want them to, but
Mhm.
give them the skill and teach them the skills. And I
Yes.
tell you something, once they get that skill, they will end up earning more than you and I, who are
Mhm.
academics,
Oh
because
yeah.
their skills will take them places. And when I see one of my students out there who is performing so well in whatever he or she's doing, my head is like this. A parent called me during the summer holiday and said, Miss, your girl, she is now accepted at university to do her medicine.
Wow.
I
Wow.
was, I've been following this girl because from she was at school, she said, Miss, I want to become a pathologist.
Mm. Mm.
She went to St. Andrew High. She just graduated sixth form and she's
Mhm.
right into med school, just like that.
Mhm.
These are some of the little things that I'm really so happy for the students when they achieve and when they really go out and do their best. And our school motto says, through determination and cooperation, we'll strive for excellence. And that's what we aim at doing. And so that's Redwood Primary for you. I remember another student left and went to Dintil. and
Mm-hmm.
he was very good at mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
And one day the teacher gave a problem, and he was the only one in the class who was able to solve the problem. And the
Mm-hmm.
teacher asked him, "Which school are you from? Which school did you come from to Dintil?" And he looked at the principal and said, looked at the teacher and said, "Sir, I went to Bush University." So he said, "What do you mean by when you said Bush University?" He said, "Sir, my school is in the bush. It named Redwood Primary, but I call it Bush University." So we use that name with pride, the little Bush University.
Okay.
Yes, that's our little Redwood Primary.
Can you see my screen here?
Yes, I am seeing our
Okay.
mural.
Okay. Okay. All right. Who are these two young ladies that are here on screen right
All
now?
right, I am seeing Marion to
Okay.
my right of the screen,
Right.
and the other is Trina Moulton.
Okay. All right.
Right.
So these are two of the past. Well, Marian was the winner. Uh,
Yes, Marian was the ambassador 2022, and
okay.
Trina was placed fourth last
Mhm,
year.
mhm. Okay. All right. So and that's the mural that's placed there at Redwood, right? Uh,
Yes, as a reminder, and it
mhm,
will always be there to say, yes, this is Jamaica.
Okay. All right. Good. 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 All right. So I was there when the maypole was being
Mhm.
done. I'm trying to go back. I know I played the video on here before, but I have to go back and see if I could pull up that video again and try to get it on. The maypole, the dance itself. Uh, it's a traditional dance
Dance, yes, it is.
Jamaica.
And something I am only seeing it now in
Mhm,
JCDC
mhm.
whenever there's a competition, and then um, they might have it at the Grand Gala. But other than that, I am not seeing as much of it as we would want to, because some persons um, believe, or their strength is in like the speech.
Mhm,
So you'll have to have the knock for it, for the maypole, the quadrille,
mhm.
revival, all those traditional dance. And those are some of the things that we would want to bring back to the children so they can
Yes,
enjoy. And you notice when they are doing it, they are enjoying themselves.
yes,
They are
yes.
proud to show everybody who comes to the school that's their signature thing at the school, the maypole.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So of course, and I see that the kids were well. It doesn't. It looks kind of complicated, but
You're right, and that's why I when I looked at it when they were doing the dance, and I looked at the plaiting of the ribbons.
the plotting. Yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yes, and I said, then I wonder why, or what is preventing them to um, learn the ordinary everyday mathematics, language arts. But I guess it all comes down to the strategies or the methodologies that we are going to use to teach them. So I would say to the teachers, if this is what they love, the maypole,
Mhm.
use it to teach them the mathematics,
Oh, okay. Very
because
good.
they will have to do the measurement and everything
Mm,
in
mm.
order to get it and the precision, the timing, the beat coming from the music to ensure that they move with coordination and everything like that.
Okay. Wow. So you're just doing a great job down there at Redwood Primary. Let's talk about you just for a little bit here, and of course, we're on a total basis today, Ambassador. That we understand that you were actually JTA Golden Torch Award
Winner.
winner.
Award. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
as one of them super teachers from Jamaica.
Okay. As I said, I did 35 years in teaching, and
Mhm.
coincidentally, teaching
Mm.
was not my first choice of profession.
Really?
No. To be honest with you, I never see myself as a teacher. Even though as a child, I used to play dolly house.
Mm-hmm.
I was the only grandchild in the home. I lived
Mm-hmm.
with my grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to play school with the bush.
Mm-hmm.
I used to beat the I used to beat the bush to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the bush not understanding what I'm saying to the bush, I used to beat the bush. But then I still did not see myself as a teacher. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I left high school in 1979, my mommy said to me,
Mm-hmm.
"Why don't you enroll in Teachers College?" I said, "Mommy, you must be crazy. Me, teacher? No, I want to become a nurse." And so I I didn't take up teaching that at that time. I ended up starting my family.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Mm-hmm.
three wonderful children.
Wow.
One
Congratulations.
one girl, two boys. The girl coincidentally is a teacher. She is a teacher. She now resides in Canada,
Uh-huh.
where she is a project and research manager for DBLI. This is also another cultural group in Canada that has to do with the Maroons that left from Jamaica and went to live in Halifax. So they
Wow.
have this great thing going. And recently in September, she
Mm-hmm.
went to South Africa,
Mm-hmm.
and she was able to showcase some of the same things that we have in Jamaica about with the kring kring. She sent back pictures showing us the kring kring. I don't know if you ever hear of kring kring. Kring kring was a fireplace in the kitchen
Okay.
where those days they used to preserve their
Mm-hmm.
meats. So she was able to show us all that. She went to South Africa to learn, and two boys,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a proud grandmother of two girls.
Okay.
And
Well, congratulations.
thank you. And so back to the story of teaching. And then I remember I was home, and my sister-in-law, she was a teacher at Redwood Primary. And she
Mm-hmm.
came home one day and she said to me, said, "Listen to me. Enough is enough now. You have done your family, rearing your family.
Mm-hmm.
It's now time for you to go do something for yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
have given everything to them. It's all about you now. There's a vacancy at Redwood Primary." And she said, "Please make the application." I went the following day, dressed, and I went in, impressed the principal there, and she
Uh-huh.
said, "The job is yours." So
Okay.
I was employed as a preacher and teacher.
Hmm.
Still didn't like teaching. One day, one day I was there, and an education officer came in and said, "Watch me doing a lesson." Went to the principal and said, "Are you sure Mrs. McCoy is a preacher and teacher?" She said, "Yes." Said, "No, man. No, man. She need to go and train." My
Mm-hmm.
principal came around to me and said, "Let me tell you something. You're not staying inside here until government kick you out. You are going to go to college." I went with heavy heart because I still didn't want to become a teacher. I went and I did 4 years because I had to do make up some subjects to get to the qualification, to matriculate into the um,
Mm-hmm.
program, and I did. At the end of the first year, I said, "I wonder if I should really go back try nursing." My pastor from Lindsay Baptist, Reverend Everton Jackson, said, "No, you are
Uh-huh.
staying right where you are." My
Mm-hmm.
principal said, "Listen to me now, don't make me affiliate you down." And so I continued,
Mhm.
and it was rough. And at the time when I was at second year, my daughter just completed high school at age 16. University would not take her. I went
Mhm.
to the principal at St. Joseph Teachers College, and I said, my daughter is at home. I'm not comfortable being here on campus, and she's at home with nobody to take care of her because my mommy sadly passed on the
Mhm.
year before I went to Teachers College. God bless her. So I thank her. I owe this to her for when she had said that you should go to college. If I had done that, then maybe I would have almost done 45, 50 years in the profession.
I
Yes. And so um, I went to the principal, and I put it to her and I said it to her. She said, no problem, bring her. So both of us were in college at the same time. I
Mhm.
being second year, she being first year. Don't know how the school fee was going to be paid. So one day when the school fee was to be paid, I found I think it was $9,000 at the time, $9,000 for the school fee, and I could not find it. But
Mhm.
anyway, I marched boldly up the stairs with the $9,000, and I said, Sister, this is for me and my daughter. I'm paying half now for her and half for myself. And
Mhm.
she looked at me and she said, Give me a second. She went on her system and she looked at me and she smiled. She said, You know something? You know
Mhm.
that you got a scholarship? I said, Me? For what? She said, You got a scholarship. There's no need for you to pay any more school fee for the rest of your tenure here. And
Mhm.
so I had 3 years without paying school fee. The school paid for it. So the money that I used to pay my school fee paid my daughter's school fee. So
Mhm.
I ended up graduating 1 year before her. And so both of us into the teaching profession. And so I went back to Redwood
Mhm.
after I completed my studies,
Mhm.
went back to Redwood and continued there until the end. Last year in 2020, what are we now, 24? 2022, I also received the Edith Dalton James Award from JT again for outstanding contribution to education. When I left St. Joseph in 2000, I also received most outstanding students from um, I don't know, what is that one? Jamaica Teaching Council. So there has been a lot of awards coming from that time until now. And sometimes when I hear about them, I'm saying, is this real? Is this
Mhm.
me? And my daughter would say, Mommy, you
Mhm.
deserve it. You worked for it. And so that's my little story. Everything is encapsulated at Redwood Primary. All my teaching career, Redwood Primary. I I'm grateful for the opportunity that I was given to serve as an educator. Maybe
Mhm.
the Lord didn't want me to go into medicine.
Mhm.
He wanted me to nurture the nation's children. And
Wow.
I did that with great humility. I have no regrets. As I said, I did not choose teaching, chose me. And
Mhm.
so I served with humility. I served to the best of my ability. And I still plan to serve the Redwood community in whatever way I can. I'm not going to give up and
Mhm.
or leave Redwood just like that. They have become my family.
That's right.
They have become my family. Sometimes we don't see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, they
Yes.
all understand what I'm trying to do
Mhm.
to see the community, not just the school, because the school and the community. You can't have one without the other.
That's right. That's right.
It takes a village to raise a child, and we need to get back to that, where one parents can see your child doing something and talk to the child and say, hey, this is wrong, without any animosity between parents. And so I want to see, get that link, that strong link together, where the school and the community is on one accord. And that's my vision. And as an ambassador,
Mm-hmm.
I will see as best as if I can. And one of the other things that I love to do,
Mm-hmm.
I have a soft spot for the children who some teachers or even community people would write off and say they're bad. They are
Mm.
not bad, they just need guidance. And if there's nobody to guide them,
Mm-hmm.
then they will forever be lost.
Mm-hmm.
They will forever be lost, because this is what they see happening in their community,
Yes.
and it's not the norm for them.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody don't point them into another direction, to say, hey, that's not the right direction to go, then
Mm-hmm.
they will forever have lost children in the system, lost children in the community, because you have to show them that someone cares, someone loves them, no matter how bad they be. I get along with them. And I will tell I used to tell the teachers, you cannot throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Mm.
You
That's
have
right.
to save, you have to save the child,
Mm-hmm.
some or the other. And I used to use this other analogy. I said, I want, when I'm walking on the street and I hold up my hands like this, is to say, thank you, Jesus, I was able to save this one. I don't want to say to this one, do not kill me.
Mm.
So if we can get them to see the other side, then it will be something that makes me happy.
Oh, that's just wonderful, and I know that you're gonna make it happen. You're actually retired now from Redwood, but
Yes.
you would never
I
know
am
because
I am on pre-retirement leave until January.
oh, so it's pre-retired.
January, yes, January I go full. So I
Oh,
am enjoying myself. No, I sleep. I get up at the time when I want to get up.
mm-hmm.
I do the things that I did not get a chance to do during my time at work.
Mm-hmm.
And so no, I have the time to do all the things that I didn't get to do. I am getting to enjoy my grandchildren more. And
Mm-hmm.
also they have a little pet dog. We call her Lola. It's
Mm-hmm.
a joy to see Lola dance for me when she sees me. She dances because she's actually begging us for our food, and because we don't give it to her, she just danced. That is to say, please give me some, but we don't give it to her. So I am enjoying all of that, and I plan to do some traveling,
Well, that's
because
great.
my daughter is dying for me to come and spend some time with them in
All right.
Canada. Yes, so I plan to do that December. But before that, I'm going to do a little surgery on my left eye. There's a cataract that needs to be
Mm-hmm.
removed, and the lens will be replaced with an artificial one. So I'll have bionic vision. I can And so I'm in the preparation mood now. I'm doing the paperwork for that. So
Right.
maybe between the second and third week in November, I should be doing that surgery. So hopefully to get it out of the way so that I can get to do what I have to do.
Our prayers are definitely with you as you
Thank
go through
you.
that process. Okay. When I was there at Redwood, I realized that there was a little garden outside.
Oh,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
yes.
So speak to me about the children doing some planting around the school.
All right. Okay. through This is Jamaica again,
All right. Okay.
Peter, he introduced me to Mrs. Norma Jarrett, president
Okay.
of the OFANA, Old Farmers of North America Association.
Yeah, the one about
And
oh yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
OFANA. And so we would have made contact with her. She made contact with me, and
Mm-hmm.
we arranged and we got the parents to come in. We have a little plot right there at the front. And
Mm-hmm.
so we got our parents involved again. When I tell you about parental
Mm-hmm.
involvement in school. They came in and they assisted us. She also asked Mrs. Pullen and her husband from Jamaica Agricultural Society to come
Mm-hmm.
in and taught us how to plant sweet potatoes in
Mm-hmm.
bags. And we reaped, the potatoes were reaped in August,
Mm-hmm.
and we got over 20 pounds of nice potatoes. And
Mm-hmm.
so those were sold, and the money went back into the 4-H because we incorporate the students with
Mm-hmm.
to do 4-H. There are some students who are in the 4-H club, and this
Mm-hmm.
is the agricultural part of it, of their learning. And so some they learn to do chicken, poultry rearing,
Mm-hmm.
rabbit and beekeeping, and also to do plants on a whole. So therefore, we were able to plant pak choy. We reap pak choy, and the pak choy was used in the in the canteen where the
Mm-hmm.
children enjoyed their meals with their vegetable. And that's the objective of the school garden, to get the children to eat what they grow. And so you find that they are more appreciative of the fact that they planted these things and
Mm-hmm.
they were able to reap from it and enjoy the goodies from it. So now, because during the holidays there would be nobody there to really tend for the garden,
Mm-hmm.
so they are now in the process of replanting, and this is to continue the school garden at Redwood Primary, and to ensure that Mrs. Pullen and the Old Farmers Association will be pleased with us, because we are learning to sustain, they're learning sustainability and
Mm-hmm.
learn skills again, because Redwood is in a community where most of the parents are involved in poultry rearing. And what we encourage them to do when they rear their chickens,
Uh-huh.
we would buy the chicken from them and use it in the canteen, because
Mm-hmm.
chicken is the major protein at the school. So we also get the parents to involve again. The parents support us, we support them.
Wow, what a wonderful
Right.
concept. I did see that when I was there, and even though it was a little rainy at a certain point in the day, but I did see the children tending to the garden, and it's just a lost art in the school systems. Agriculture must be recognized and be brought back into the school system, so children know how to grow the food that they're eating.
They eat. Right. And not only that, too, because we encourage them
Mhm,
to do the same at home, to plant their own little backyard garden. Because even now, since we had Hurricane Burial, the
mhm.
vegetables they are so expensive. So if they can take that skill and plant them own little thing, they just need a little container and some soil, and
That's correct.
just plant your own thing in your back. And we entered that little 4-H, that little plot of land that you see we farm. We entered it in the 4-H competition, and we got a third place for it.
Okay, okay.
We got
I'm
it. We
showing some
gained.
pictures here from Afana, but I'm not sure if this is at Redwood, but I'm just
Yes,
using.
yes. That one that I saw on the screen. That's Redwood with Mrs. Pullen.
Okay, all right. You see, and guess what? I got these pictures from Afana when they came on here, and now
Oh,
that's you, and I'm able to show them on this program right here. So what a wonderful combination between Redwood and Ofana. And I know they're actually in the area presenting, I believe it's a stage show this weekend here in the Atlanta area. So I'll speak a little bit more about that later. Okay, but let's get another picture here, and I'll put it up here and show. Okay, so this is exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
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 hmm So
Those are the pak choy that we planted,
okay.
right? Yeah, so
Okay.
you see them at different stages there. Some of them for transplanting, stuff like
hmm
that.
When
Yes.
when you say we, you're speaking about the students that come
The
out and
students, teachers, man, myself, I was involved in it all the way, got
okay.
on there, and you know, one of the beauty of it is that in the mornings when I reach, students will be already down there watering the plants, and they watered in the evening. So they run competition in the evening to see, Miss, can I go and water the plants? And now like it's just be careful, don't step on them.
And explain to me again how this is tied into this is Jamaica again.
Oh, it was Mr. Gracie who introduced me to Mrs. Norma Jarrett.
Okay,
To
Miss Jarrett.
say, and Miss Jarrett said that, okay, we have this program, Old Farmers Association, and
hmm
with she's tied up with CASE, that's
hmm
College of Science and Education in Portland. And so it's all about agriculture for her. And so she gave us seeds, package of
hmm
seeds to plant. So those pak choy came from her.
Okay,
Pak
wow.
choy and carrot at the time, and we had corn, and the sweet potato came from Mr. Pullen, from Mrs. Pullen from Jamaica Agricultural Society.
Wow, wow, great job down there in Redwood. Just want to say kudos to the Redwood Primary crew, and one of my favorite crews. You know, when I'm back in Jamaica, I have to start back in. You
Of
know,
course,
we
of
have to start
course.
back. And
You have to come to Jamaica, to Redwood to see us.
yes, of course, it's gonna be one of my stops when I'm
You-
there, and I'm
just let me know when you are coming so that I can be there too.
yes, most definitely, definitely. And expecting some big performers, because I saw some very big performers down there that the world isn't privy to yet. I got a private performance from many of the
Yes,
performers, their talent goes so deep. Talent at Redwood is
yes,
so deep. They're
yes.
so talented and so willing to share what they have learned to the world, and say hello to the teachers that I met down there.
I certainly will.
A science teacher, I forgot his name, but yeah, he was there.
Mr. Simpson,
Mr. Simpson, say hello to Mr. Simpson
I
for,
will.
for me. And just the crew, it was just a wonderful evening, and I definitely enjoyed them reciting the poem, The Strength to Breed. And This is Jamaica. I've already played them on the program several times before.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, but Ambassador, I wish you all the best as you go forward with your new title, and I know you're going to do it justice. I know, according to
I will try to do my best.
according to Mr. Gracie, I believe that I read a report that let me see if I could pull up that information right here. How many schools have entered this year? So this is
Over
Jamaica.
60.
The over 60 schools have entered
Yes,
into the This is Jamaica. Wow, it's just grown into such a huge event now, and the competition.
yes.
But my money is on Redwood.
And guess what? I have started my role as an ambassador because
Yes.
I now have two other schools within my QEC to who will be entering the competition. So there, you listen out for Harewood Primary.
Okay, all right. Gotcha.
We seem to have a thing with the wood, Harewood, Redwood, yes,
Yes, yes.
and Lucky Valley. Those are the two schools that I have introduced to the program, and so they are running with
Mm-hmm.
it. So we
And
are looking to see.
where are they located? Those schools
Um,
that you
we, all right, they're same in the same Northeast St. Catherine. We are in what we call QEC. There are 21 primary schools within the QEC, so it's a wide geographical location.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Um, so the QEC depends on the member of parliament who is serving a division.
mm-hmm.
So it is all these schools fall under the umbrella of MP Kerencia Morrison. And so she has this huge geographical area. And
Mm-hmm.
so we form QEC within that area, and we meet together as a team. We plan together a team for for the schools. So our education officer is Mrs. Stacy and Tulsi, and
Mm-hmm.
so she's in charge of our QEC. And as I said, there are 21 primary schools. So I've gained two already. So I'm going to work on the other 19, because Redwood is there. So Redwood will be make it three from the QEC.
Wow.
So expect to see Redwood Primary, not Redwood Primary, QEC 60
Uh-huh.
coming on strong. I will let you know the schools that are in the QEC 60 when we get there. But we are
Okay.
deep rural schools, deep rural and deep rural schools. So
Mm-hmm.
we look out for each other. So this is what. Oh, and just through the This is Jamaica also.
Uh-huh.
We got 10 computers.
Wow.
Um, yes, we got 10 computers. We are waiting on the Ministry of Education, the IT person to come in and to set up complete the space for us, so
Yes.
we can put up the computer so that the students can benefit from it. With using having those computers, when it's time for them to enter the competition, they
Mm-hmm.
can do their video editing and all that right there at school. So we are just waiting on the ministry to finish to complete the room for us, because it needs to be sealed and to put air conditioning in, because we can't have the computers running without the air condition. So
Exactly.
that is the project that the school is working on, to get that up and running. So the computers are currently collected them, and they are currently in storage. So, and we want to have a nice little handing over. I'm going to hand them over as the ambassador of TIJ.
Wow.
So
Wow.
as soon I spoke to the acting
Mm-hmm.
principal today, and he said the
Mm-hmm.
IT technician from the ministry
Mm-hmm.
um, had planned to visit last week, but then they were at midterm. So he's hoping that he will come sometime then this week to look over and to see what is needed to have the
Mm-hmm.
room, because we want them to be in a secure area. We don't want to put them in and then having to take them out again or anything like that. So we just want to finish the room so that we can have them up and running.
And of course, we got the crew from This is Jamaica. And then if you could see them in the chat there, saying loving it. Okay. That's the crew from This is Jamaica. Ambassador, you guys are
Over
awesome.
over 80 registration. Wow.
As we get
Wow.
some
Yes,
news.
I spoke to the teacher today, and he said he was with one of the students doing some video shooting today.
Mhm,
So
mhm,
we have to
mhm.
submit.
Yeah. So we know big things are going on. And wow, the competition is just going to be great this year,
Great.
and we want to
Yes.
showcase the competition. As it goes along, the different videos that are sent in over to enter. We want to visit some of those schools, and I believe all the children that enter are winners, even though we might
Yes.
choose a
Yes.
champion, but
I do
all of
believe
them. And,
winners
and,
in
and,
their
and,
own right.
and that's the beauty. The beauty is to actually watch the children create their own personal rendition of the poem and present it,
Yes.
in their
Yes.
own
Yes.
their
They,
own
they have
unique.
it, they have it in it, and it's just for us to unearth it, to take
Yeah.
it, to pull it out of them.
Yes, most definitely. Oh, they're just so wonderful. Now they're at Redwood. I was actually amazed because not only do they do, which we're speaking about the Peter Gracie poem, but I also saw the children do other poems. You know,
Yes.
so
One
that was
was passed on the post. That was one of our gold medals from JCDC.
yes, yes. And wow, I was so surprised that they knew the Louis Bennett poems from way back then when I was
Mhm.
growing. And how they came up and they presented them with so much style and so much fashion. Everyone at Redwood is a star. Every little one is down Redwood. Redwood has so many stars there. But yeah, but we look forward to the school wide competition. 80 registration. Wow, that is
Yes. Wow.
great.
Awesome.
Mhm,
Awesome.
yeah.
Mhm.
So, Ambassador, once again, thank you again for appearing here. And I love your feed. Your feed is strong from Jamaica. We have to tell some of those folks you have to give some of these folks calling in from Jamaica your secret about getting your camera so sharp and nice. And
All right. Okay. Well, that comes from my son. He is behind the
yes,
scene. He's,
yes.
he's here with me tonight again. So he's the
Hey,
one who set up for me, and that's Jordan.
Jordan, we met before. Yeah, you're doing an excellent job, dear Jordan. I like the way you are handling the cameras, and we have a nice, beautiful picture here of your mother. And I know you are the computer genius behind it. So keep on doing what you're doing. Okay, very good.
Okay. He
All right.
said thanks. He said thanks. All right.
Yeah. So, I can't wait. To come on back down, and I plan to be back down pretty soon. Maybe over the Christmas break or so. I will.
Um, if you
Mhm,
plan to come in during between December and
mhm.
say February, March, you may not see me because I won't be in Jamaica at that time.
Okay, all right. So while I go to Jamaica, you come here.
As I said, I some people say not retire. I am just refocusing my skills.
Okay, so you can refocus here, and I will refocus there. You just you just switch refocusing,
Yes, yes, all right, no problem. One of the my dream too.
Hmm.
I don't know in the near future
Hmm.
to if TIG could have a parent competition too.
Wow.
And if we
Wow.
have the parents coming in and having their own little thing to showcase some of the,
Hmm.
this may be
Hmm.
something that this is something food for thought for us as
Hmm.
ambassadors to work on to see where we can get the fundings to
Hmm.
support this kind of venture.
Okay, appearance, huh? Wow.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man, that would be
Yes,
good.
man.
That would be good. That would be
Yes.
good. And maybe
See if
we could have the students judge
the
this one.
parents. the junior ambassadors.
The junior ambassadors will judge this one. Yes, I see some
Yes,
a little information here that says videos are due by November the
November
3rd.
3rd. Yes, that is on Saturday.
Okay, so wow, this. Imagine that already, huh? November the
Mhm.
3rd. Wow, just right around the corner. So if you're listening, you have a family that are in Jamaica and they've already signed up for the competition, please remind them that videos are due November the 3rd. And they should they should go ahead and get the videos out to the This is Jamaica crew. I have the information here on screen, and I'll bring it up in a second. The This is Jamaica.org. You might want to send that those information to This is Jamaica, so we could have those videos to enter the competition. All right. Okay. So wow, it's just been a pleasure to have you here, and next time when I come down, when you're there, we're just gonna have a big festivity day, you know?
Oh yes, just let me know and we'll plan. Redwood Primary is good at the planning when it comes on
Yeah,
to that.
yeah.
And
Last time,
we have met Adriana. Adriana
yeah.
has been there, and
Mm-hmm.
Sophia. Those two
So
persons I've met in. Yes, I've met Sophia and Adriana.
okay, so
Right. So yes, man.
far I
So
met
in the
Adriana
team and
and you
Sophia.
met Sophia and I met Pastor.
Pastor Rob. Oh yes. Oh yes.
So
And
you know,
unfortunately,
yeah,
the day when I was supposed to meet with Peter, it was
yeah,
rained out and had to be canceled. I am
yeah.
still disappointed,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess the next time it will be greater.
Yes, yes, yes. And I'm pretty sure the ambassadors and the leaders of the This is Jamaica program will be filtering into Jamaica, every now and then to show their faces at the different schools, and we want to thank you again for stopping by here on the program this evening and keep on doing the good job. And with the Afana crew too, I love that program there as far as the agricultural program, teaching the children how to plant, how to
Mm.
grow. I love that. Redwood are us boss, man, for real. All right. Very good, very good, very good. All right. So
Okay.
if there is a student, and I know you said you didn't intend or didn't really want to become a teacher. But if there's a young person out there that is aspiring to become a teacher, what advice would you give that person?
Um, the teaching is something that you have to love to do it.
Hmm.
If you don't love it, then you are not going to enjoy it, because
Hmm.
there are so many factors out there that
Hmm.
can deter you. Because one, children that we have now, the Gen Z children that we
Hmm.
have, they are different.
Hmm.
You have to learn to understand them, because if you don't understand them, then you won't be able to reach to them. You
Hmm.
have to have that passion burning in you to educate, and not just to go in there for the love of the money.
Hmm.
If it's the money you're going to go in there for, don't go.
Hmm.
Don't do it. It has to be a genuine love for children, the passion for education, the passion for passing on knowledge to the children, knowledge and skills to the children. You have to embrace them as your own. What would you want to see a teacher do to your child? It's the same thing we would want you to give to the children or the child that is sitting in front of you. Don't
Mhm.
just judge them because of their behavior. Find out what is the real cause of the behavior and then work on that before you can really get to teach them. And so I'd encourage persons, young persons, it's a great profession to be in, but you have to have the passion and the love for it, not for the just the money, the pay that you are going to get. Because if you are doing it for the pay, you are not going to stay in there.
Mm.
Because there is no way any government in any country can pay teachers for the job that they are given to do. We have way out past that. We
Mhm.
can't be paid for it. It
Wow.
has to, it's the dedication
Mhm.
and the love, the passion that we have for teaching that will see a successful teacher.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much again, Ambassador. And we're looking forward to great things from you in the future. Um,
I will try
uh,
my best.
I'm pretty sure you will, and we're looking forward to enjoying this season, the competition this year, and I'm very
I'm look
excited.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited knowing that I will
Mhm.
be a part of the team to be picking or to be putting together the
Yeah.
ones who outdid the others. Not that they are not as important, but
Mhm.
it comes down, we have to have one winner. And
Yeah.
so we will be looking for that little something that is a cut above the others to
Mm.
present with this title, a great title to have. This is Jamaica.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay. All right. Once again, thanks again for stopping by, and we look forward to that. Looking forward to bringing the cameras down to Jamaica pretty soon, and doing some more filming and getting some more footage of the different schools that are down there, including the Redwood Primary, and bringing all that great stuff back to the states. Okay, very good.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So,
Thank
okay.
you for having me. It was a pleasure interacting with you. It has always been a pleasure.
You have
You make it so nice and easy
yeah.
because normally I don't like to be in front of the camera like
Mhm.
this, but you make
Yeah.
it so easy for me.
Mhm. Okay, and I'm glad that you took the time out to come this evening. And we're gonna give you back to those good folks down in Jamaica while we stay up here and
Okay.
and
Thanks.
wish we could
Thanks
be.
again.
Okay, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, once again, Ambassador Yvonne McCoy,
Thank you.
and wish you the best. Okay, until
Thank you,
next.
sir. Same to you. Have a great one now. All the best.
Yes, indeed, folks. Pastor Rob here, and wow. Oh, okay. Redwood Primary, one of the schools that will be competing this year, among many other schools. So, wow. In the This is Jamaica competition that is put on by the This is Jamaica crew. Of course, a poem by Mr. Peter Gracie, This is Jamaica. They have a chance to recite the poem and enter into this beautiful competition and showcase their talent. Okay, just want to say very big shout out going out to all the crew and all the ambassadors. Mr. Gracie himself, big shouts out going out to Nadine, Dixon Secretary, Sophia, and the crew. Sophia Nicholson, ambassador chair, and all the folks that are working tirelessly to make sure that the competition become a success this year. More from the competition will be coming up here on Jamaican Explosion in the coming weeks, in the coming months. And as I said, my part is to go down into the Jamaica itself and bring back some footage here into the United States. Okay, folks, we're gonna have a truncated Jamaican Explosion this evening, but it's been my pleasure to be here with you this evening, bringing to you the very best in Jamaica at home and abroad. So until next time, okay, until next time we meet. Until next time we meet, I want to say thank you for tuning in, and thank you for just spending the evening with us. I had Mr. Andrew scheduled to come on, but he had some technical difficulties, but we're not gonna stop until we get him here this evening in coming on to the program, Mr. Andrew Tosh. But we know that he's with us, and we know that we're going to get him on here at another time. But until then, this is Pastor Rob saying, it's been my pleasure. Have a great Monday evening. Have a great week. And we plan to be back here again with you next Monday evening. Okay? Let's hear Mr. Tosh. Andrew.
Only your friends know your secret. Sorry if him a got dark. Him a go turn around and bite you every time. Jump out the frying pan, I know you jump in a fire. Sorry if him a got dark. Him a go turn around and bite you every time. Jump out the frying pan, I know you jump in a fire. See you come from country in a country truck. Tell me say you a locally go work. Y'all go away from there. Me no want to see you round me. Sorry if him a got dog, hey. Him a go turn around and bite you every time. Jump out the frying pan, I know you jump in a fire. Yeah. Sorry if him a got dog. Him a go turn around and bite you every time. Jump out the frying pan, I know you jump in a fire. When you were with me, look how you're big and fat. Now you're looking like a real wet rat. Yeah, I'll go away from there. Me no want to see you round me, no. Sorry if him a get dog. Him a go turn around and bite you every time. Jump out the frying pan, I know you jump in a fire. Father give you money if you buy piece of land. You take your father money and keep home.